I just made a huge order with Northern Parrots. Unbox it with me today. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Parrot Teacher. I am Dave and today I am doing an unboxing video. It's been a while since I did one, and as I made a huge order from Northern Parrots, as you can see from the size of this box, I thought it'd be nice to do an unboxing. Now both me and Sophie have been doing quite a few orders from Northern Parrots recently, so when I was making this order, Northern Parrots very kindly offered to send it to me for free for a promotional video, so I'd like to give a huge thanks to Northern Parrots for allowing me to get this order for free. It saves us a bit of money. And it's not going to stop us from ordering more, honestly. I think the day after this arrived, Sophie was already ordering bits that we'd forgotten about. But yes, thank you very much Northern Parrots for sponsoring this video. And do remember, if you're new to their shop, sign up to their newsletter, you can get 10% off, and they have regular sales and all sorts of goodies going on their website. But for now, let's get straight into this unboxing. As I reach down, I think I'll start with one of our favourite all-time perches. Now this perch is a big hit with all 9 members of our flock, and that is the Holy Forager. This comes in 2 sizes. We prefer the large one, but it also comes in a small cube if you've got a smaller parrot. But this perch is just so popular with them, especially with the conures. It's absolutely insane. They love just crawling on it. We put treats in there. We stuff little Nutriberry stuffed with things in there. We sometimes just scatter some foraging bits in there, and they just go crazy. They love finding all the bits. They love chewing on it. They just use it as a perch to rest on. It's just such a huge hit, and we just turn over so many of these perches, so we just keep on needing to buy them. Next up, we have some Nutriberries. Now, you may be thinking, why are we buying Nutriberries? We are all about the whole food and all that sort of food, but we're not against treat foods either. I've got a video coming up in the future where I will be talking about treat foods for your parrot, and we do buy Nutriberries, and Nutriberries in moderation are completely fine. They're actually a very good foraging treat. It's just when people feed nothing but these, they're a problem. So we always add one of these on, so we have at least a few in the house just in case we want to give them a little extra special treat. Next up, we have Louie's favourite toy. Louie goes crazy for this, she loves it, and that is the Leather Elves foraging fries. Just, if Louie doesn't have one of these in her cage, she's always sad. It's like equivalent of my Xbox. If I didn't have that, I'd be sad. If Louie doesn't have a foraging fry, she'd be sad. They're just a really good toy by the Leather Elves. They're very easily destructible. There's loads of interesting bits in there that you can pull out. You can make it a foraging tray by putting foraging toy by putting bits inside it. It's a really easy and great toy to provide your parrot, especially if you sort of encourage them to nibble it a little bit initially. Once they get started on it, generally they're not going to stop until they destroy it completely. Now, we always buy popcorn or make our own popcorn because the parrots like it, and again, in moderation, it's completely fine. Sometimes we feel a bit lazy, we can't be bothered to make it ourselves, so we tend to get the flavoured popcorn that Northern Parrots does, and this is just chilli flavour. Cockatiels aren't as keen on this one, they prefer the other flavour, but the conures absolutely love it, so we couldn't help it. And we also thought we'd give this a try. The packaging appeals to me more than I'd imagine it would appeal to the birds. I bet they would be terrified if they saw this packaging, but hopefully they'll like what's inside. And that is the Extreme Mini Corn on the Cobs. They're lovely coloured, they're easy to pop as well, and they're great for sort of, you can use them for rabbits, guinea pigs and that like, but these are for our parrots. And we wanted to give this a go and use them and see how they enjoyed this sort of corn on the cob. And it's just, again, the packaging appealed to me. Something else we really love for our parrots' cages, and we tend to need to replace once in a while, our platform perches. And we like to buy large ones, we buy different types, another one I'm going to show you in a little bit, but we love these sort of corner ones. You can either get them in squares or like this, which fit quite neatly into your cage decor, and they make great foraging stations. Some birds who may have disabilities or problems with their feet may enjoy sitting on these because it's a lot easier. I know Louie benefits from them, as does Cole. But I feel like every cage should have at least one platform perch, be it big or small, because it does give a lot more opportunity for different activities in that cage, and these ones are really, really useful for them. And this is something else I want to experiment with, and this is the Back to Nature Willow Bark, and this is just basically a destruction toy, something they can chew on and destroy and enjoy. It's something I've been very curious to experiment with because a lot of our birds do like this sort of product. They like natural grasses, they like shredding things, like destroying things. So why not like provide it in their foraging trays? You know, break up a few bits, pop it in there and see if they like destroying it. I just couldn't help but give it a go. So when I was like doing this order, I thought this would be a nice one to try on them because it's something we do encourage. We want our parrots chewing on lots of things and enjoying them. So it was a sort of auto-include for me. Now talking of platform perches, I just introduced the other one a moment ago. We also like these Manzanita flat perches. what's good about these, they're a bit longer. They're a little bit easier to fit in a cage, maybe if you have a slightly smaller one or it's already packed to the brim with loads of goodies, but they still do provide that lovely platform and flat surface either for foraging or for your parrot to sit on comfortably. We tend to at least have a couple of these in the house at any time, because sometimes we like to change up the cage environment and we'll swap out maybe one of the other platforms which I showed earlier for one of these, or just move them around. Because there are so many things you can do with your parrot's cage. It's basically a bedroom, and these platform perches in different shapes and sizes provide you lots of opportunities to do so. This is a staple constant order for us. These are solar balls, and they're ultra easy to destroy, ultra destructible, and lots of fun for a lot of parrots. Initially, I know our conures were a little bit intimidated by them, but once we introduced them, got them used to them, the moment we put them in there, they're on them and they're just shredding them to bits. We always try to keep some of these in our sort of toy cupboard, because again, you can use these for homemade toys as well. It's very easy to poke a hole in them and utilise them that way. Very, very useful and lots of fun for your parrot. Next up, you're going to be like, why has he bought this? Why has he got this? I bought a mirror. Why did I buy a mirror, you ask? Because I don't generally recommend them. It's also got a bell which I have to remove, by the way, so don't worry, that's coming straight off. Why did I buy a mirror? Now, I bought a mirror specifically for training. I want to use the mirror for doing some training with Tootin and his speech, because Tootin initially trained his talking with a mirror, and I want to continue that. Now, he's not going to get it in his cage, he's not going to get it for any extended period, but just for literal training when I'm doing talking work with him, because he does respond to that. And you know, a bit of exposure to a mirror is okay, but you do have to watch for those signs of hormones, those signs of aggression, or any sort of aberrant behaviour you don't want to see. But a little bit can be very useful, especially if it's in a structured way. So that's why this is here, just in case you're thinking, I wanted another one of these. We've got a few of these already, but we need more because we've only got enough to equip 2 of the cages, so we need an extra one. And that's a kebab parrot treat holder. It's just basically a kebab where you can pop fruits, you can put veggies on there. We sometimes pop popcorn on there, which they enjoy snacking on. A very useful thing you can have in your parrot's cage to get them to try new vegetables, or just as a kind of almost like a reusable DIY toy part. So it's something we always try to have, and I'm glad we've got enough to sort of outfit all the cages with them now. Olive has been destroying this toy, so I needed a replacement, and that's a natural cork stacker toy. Now this has like cork bark on it, has hard wooden beads, which Olive actually enjoys, natural sisal rope, and some other sort of little bits and pieces like a bit of coconut shell. Olive loves this toy, and because she plays with it so much, Char's been playing with it a lot more as well. So because the other one's getting a bit worse for wear, I thought it was about time to get another one. And again, thank you Northern Parrots for helping with this time. On a similar note, I got a kind of garland for the cockatiels. Because these sort of toys are so popular with Olive, I wanted to try a more naturalistic toy in their cage as well. They have a few, but not of these sort of plain colours. And it's got nice natural wood hooks. It's all sisal bound. It's got vine stars, which cockatiels love. It's got, you can see, a bit of pine cone there. It's been treated, and you've got some mahogany pods, and I think this will be quite hip the cockatiels. So I know Cole likes his pods. It's just going to be about introducing it to them and getting them to give it a go, because once they do, I'm sure they're going to love it. And finally, because I kind of bought something for everyone's cage, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I specifically got for Pickles and Scampi. It's the last toy, and that is a foraging pouch, and it's just basically a vine woven pouch with loads of crinkle paper stuffed in it. Pickles and Scampi absolutely love these. Sometimes we'll hide treats in there, maybe a bit of nut in between these bits, so when they pull them out they get them. Sometimes we'll just give it to them plain, but they really enjoy this toy, and they get a lot of utility out of it. It lasts quite a while because it takes them a while to destroy it, and even when they pull everything out we can just pop it back in again, so they have to go through the cycle again. And it's a really useful toy to have in our little collection. I'm really glad I managed to pick another one up while I remembered. So that's it, those are the goodies we got in our unboxing and special order from Northern Parrots. Again, thank you very much Northern Parrots, this is much appreciated. It's helped out a little bit, and obviously it gives me the opportunity to give this lovely unboxing promo video for you all. Remember, if you want to shop in Northern Parrots, check the website out, it'll be in the description. But in the meantime, I would love to hear what you've been buying for your parrots recently, so please do let me know down in the comments. But in the meantime, take care and see you later.